The repair of both private and public roads in rural areas by private entity is a controversial issue that requires careful considerations of the benefits, challenges, and potential solutions. This presentation will explore the advantages of allowing a private entity to repair these rural roads, the challenges of adopting such a model, including materials, safety, and potential solutions to overcome these challenges. By considering all these elements, it is possible to determine whether or not a private entity is a feasible option for repairing rural roads, as well as coming up with a plan to implement it. Repairing rural roads has been a significant issue for many years, especially for those without access to effective government road repair programs. Allowing a private entity to do rural road repair has a potential benefit for many people. By allowing a private entity to participate in repairing rural roads, resources can be better managed and allocated, allowing for the best use of available funds. Furthermore, repairing roads by a private entity may also provide additional benefits, such as job creation and improved access to services otherwise not available. Private entities can also provide more specialized and technical expertise, allowing for more efficient and effective repairs. In addition, private entities can bring innovative solutions, such as new technologies and materials, to improve the quality of repairs. Allowing a private entity to repair rural roads is a potential benefit to a country's economic development or county. The challenges of adopting a private entity model for road repair in rural areas are multifaceted and complex. This model could be a cost-effective and efficient way to improve rural roads. However, there are several challenges associated with the adoption. First of all, the private sector firms may have a different commitment compared to the government sectors when it comes to rural community repair and the public sector body. This could in turn reduce the quality and reliability of the work performed. Second, the private sector may need more expertise and resources to tackle these road repair complexities adequately. Third, due to this limited population size and resources, more incentives may be needed to attract private sector firms to rural areas. Therefore, public sector bodies must consider the potential challenges associated with the private entity model for road repair in rural areas before they adopt it. This lack of incentive can be countered, however. Tax rebates can encourage private entities to continue to repair roads. This incentive would feed money back to those who decide to participate in the repair program. This would allow more money to be spent on supplies, equipment, and personnel. The North Carolina road tax is around 3% as of 2023, and the median income around $60,000. This equates to a savings of around $3,000 a year that can be freely used for business or personal use if you participate in this program. This program would also be helpful in an emergency such as a natural disaster. The private entities could handle repairs in their areas, allowing the government to maintain focus in more heavily populated areas and reduce strain and overworking. In some rural areas, it can take over a year to get to work done when these supplies are needed elsewhere. This can be seen in this next example here, when a bridge collapsed near my house and increased our commute by 30 to 40 minutes to get to school. Due to hurricane damages in more populated areas of the state, we couldn't get a repair crew out there for a year and a half, almost 2 years. The current system in place for road repair needs to be revised to keep up with the demand of rural areas. When 4 repairs are needed in a 5 square mile radius in an urban area and there's a short drive between each, they can justify the time and money being spent to do these repairs. When they're 20 and 30 miles spread out in the opposite direction, this costs more time and money that the government is not willing to spend because it's simply not worth it to them. This program allows those with the means to repair roads with traditional agencies might need more time or money to do promptly. One such event being Hurricane Florence, which wiped out my bridge. Due to the lengthy detour needed, there are numerous challenges associated with allowing a private entity to repair roads in rural areas. Poor infrastructure, lack of resources, and remote locations are just a few of the primary obstacles in achieving this goal. However, with the correct strategies, a private entity can successfully repair the roads in these rural areas. Now, their involvement in road construction and maintenance can improve the quality of roads in rural areas and allow focus on urban areas by governmental entities. By providing access to financial and technical resources or allowing those with them to use their own, a private entity can increase the efficiency and effectiveness of these repairs. Additionally, private entities can create innovative solutions that draw on their expertise in this field. For example, they can develop new materials, technologies, and techniques to improve the durability and longevity of rural roads. Furthermore, they can use their experience to provide more cost-effective repair solutions tailored to rural communities' unique needs. By leveraging the resources and expertise of a private entity, rural communities can enjoy better roads and improved access to essential services. While the government is more of a cookie-cutter-fits-all sort of fix, the rural fixes could focus more on the specifics of their area, such as maybe what surface the road was built on. They could have specific materials for that instead of a one-size-fits-all material. Now, repairing roads in rural areas is a difficult task, and that must be more accurately addressed. Private entities taking on this responsibility have encountered challenges in meeting the needs of affected communities and ensuring a safe driving experience for those living and commuting to these rural areas. Despite these challenges, the overall process of a private-public partnership has proven beneficial. It has successfully restored roads to an acceptable level to ensure safe and efficient travel while keeping costs low. Because of this, private-public partnerships are an effective, sustainable, and cost-efficient solution to repairing public and private roads in rural areas. Now, there is nowhere in the world with a perfect, everlasting road. Eventually, the roads will decay, and depending on the conditions, general repair services may be unable to keep up. This is especially relevant in rural areas where these roads are usually not taken care of, and they can be a myriad of different surfaces from asphalt, concrete, graded material, anything. And some crews simply just aren't prepared to work on it. However, with these rural services, they can specialize in these lesser known or lesser used materials, and they can repair them more efficiently and more cost effectively. And that allows for them to create jobs for those skilled enough to perform these repairs. Monetary incentives are added benefit on top of that to help fix the system that can overload during times of stress. With a system of fail-safes and incentives, there can be something great here, something that can fix the disruptions of those who live in rural areas.